Hello, and thanks for joining me on this episode of Simply Saturday. My name is Julie, and this is Stamp with Julie Baum. Today, we're going to be making a fast and easy card, and we are going to be using the Delightful Wishes stamp set. This is available with coordinating dies, so you can bundle that, which is the best way and the best savings if you want both the stamps and the dies. We're also using the coordinating designer series paper, which is called Floral Delight 12 by 12. And I'll give you a little peek at these papers. All right, these are in beautiful Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lolly, Pool Party, Old Olive. I mean, they're just bright, beautiful, springy. Let's see if we can get a peek at the flip side. There's some of those. Okay, so we're going to be using some of that paper. And we are also going to use a little bit of the coordinating vellum paper. And the vellum paper, well, let me show it to you. It is a specialty pack of paper. You get 6 sheets. So you get 2 of this design. Now, I don't know how this is going to show up pretty well on camera. You get 2 of this design, 2 of this with the blue background, and then the blue gingham. And these, again, are vellum papers. Now, I said that we're going to use these. We are going to use them, but not on our fast and easy card. So the card that I'm going to show you and walk you through is our fast and easy card for Simply Saturday. But after that, I'm going to walk back through the card and show you a stepped up version and some different elements, including that vellum paper that I added on the stepped up version. So let's begin. Now, you're wondering about those products. At the time of this recording, I can tell you that they are coming soon. So those will be available beginning January 7th. So put them on your wish list, get ready to go to my online store on the 7th, and you can add those to your cart. All right, I'm beginning with a card base that is just a quarter sheet of cardstock. So this piece is 5.5 by 4.25, and that is our Lemon Lolly piece. I will be giving you all of the dimensions in the description box below this video because there's lots of pieces and I don't want to give you incorrect measurements. This way I can double check as I type that up for you. So in case I don't mention it, you can find those in the description box. This is the main piece of our card and we're using Pool Party. We are going to make 2 score lines on this piece. And we're going to score this at 1 3/4 inches and 5 3/4 inches. So I'm going to put this in to my tool here, 1 3/4, and I've got my scoring blade, and 5 3/4 inches. Okay. This is the part that is going to give us our very easy gatefold card. Let's grab a bone folder and go ahead and reinforce those folds where we made our score lines. We've got nice crisp creases. All right, then I need our pieces of designer series paper. And I feel like I left those just out of reach. So hold on just a second and let me grab our paper. Okay, here we go. I pulled the paper from that packet of designer series paper that we talked about already. All right, I'm just going to trim these down to size. So this piece is going to end up being 2.5 by 5 inches. And this piece is going to end up 1.5 by 5 inches. Yes. All right, and these little scraps I'm going to keep because we make lots of cards with scraps, don't we? Okay, we're going to simply glue these on. This first piece of our designer series paper, that is the larger of the two, is going to go on this larger panel. Now, what's interesting is I'm going to show you this card and the way that I am putting it together, but you could also reverse it and put it together the other way. So let me show you what I mean. Let's get this second piece on here. Oh, look how pretty that is. Okay, let's get the second piece on this other fold, like so. All right. Fast and easy. We've got our cardstock. Well, this is our actual base. This is the base part that we're putting all of our pieces on. And our 2 pieces of designer series paper. Okay, very quick. So what I was saying is this is designed right now to go like this, but you could totally have it with the larger one on the left and the smaller one on the right. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to do it this direction for today. All right, I've got my card base itself, and I'm going to attach the piece we were just working on to that one. My glue kind of jumped. I actually got glue on the edge of my card. I'm going to have to see if that is sticky or if it's going to be fine. Okay, so I'm lining this up with a little bit of that lemon lolly border all the way around and press that into place. I don't think that little glue jump caused a problem, but I do have it on my finger. All right, I'm going to come back in with my bone folder and just give everything one more press. It's kind of a lot of layers. All right, here we have it. This is our simple gatefold. Look how beautiful those papers and the colors are, just lovely. This white piece is going to go on the inside. And for our basic card, fast and easy, we're just going to do some very simple stamping. So this is what I had in mind to show you. We're just going to put some of these little lemon lolly. These are actually the centers of some of the flowers, but they just make a cute little print. Okay, they're at the top of the page. Just to have something on here and bring in a little bit of color. And then this piece is now going to get glued to the inside of the card. Now, one little extra that I will show you is if this isn't quite enough for you and you want to go ahead and do a little more stamping since you already have the stamp set out, the 2-step stamps in this set are really nice. So here is one of the, I don't know what these are. Are these daisies? Here's one of the flowers, we'll call it, with the 2-step. And you can see, oh, I would actually use Daffodil Delight on that second part. Let's do that. All right, and look how pretty. So if you wanted to just take the time to do a 2-step stamping, you could do that on the inside of the card as well. Or you could just quickly use your little kind of speckles. So either way. All right, let's go ahead and attach that to the inside of the card. And we will finish this up. Like I said, be sure and stay tuned because I'm going to show you the same card but with stepped up elements that I really am excited to show you. All right, now for the front, I have a rectangle of lemon lolly and I have a rectangle of white. So let's do a little bit of stamping on here. Now, one thing that was interesting is once I decided with this card design, I was looking at the words in the stamp set and they really size and shape wise don't work with this card design. I'm sure I'll be using these a lot, but they don't work for this card design. So I did pull Simply Said, which you've seen a bunch of times here on my channel. It's just a great set of stamps to have for your basic words. So I pulled just a note from that and my old olive ink. And we'll just put just a note right on there. And then let's go back to that little stamp that is the center of flowers, but we used it kind of as a little decoration here. And I'm going to take a couple of these with Lemon Lolly. And then I'm going to add a couple with Daffodil Delight. And I think I'll put a scratch paper underneath here so I can stamp off the edge. Okay, again, fast and easy, so we're not doing a lot of stamping. This is one of the elements I'll show you different on the second card. Okay, let's attach the white rectangle. Oh, I just realized when I came back from grabbing my paper that I didn't put my lapel mic back on. So I hope you were able to hear the first part of the video. I'm sure it's clearer now. I apologize for that. I glanced down and I saw that I had hooked it onto the cord when I walked away, and I neglected to put it back on my shirt. Okay, so I've lined that up or centered it onto my yellow cardstock. Now we're going to attach it to the front of the card. So here's our little gatefold. This is going to go right here, just like that, and finish our fast and easy card. We want the adhesive only on this one edge so that we don't accidentally glue the card shut, and it's just going to rest. It's pretty much centered on the entire card, but it's only glued to this left flap. And there we have it. A very easy gatefold, very simple stamping, and a beautiful, lovely card. All right, let me show you what I did for the stepped up version. All right, for this one, I'm looking for my little parts. Okay, I took my yellow cardstock for the front, and I took the perennial postage dies, okay, and I'm going to cut it out of this piece to give us a little bit more interest. So hold on, I'm going to die cut that real quick. Okay, so here now is our little die cut piece. Okay, so we're going to use this instead of the plain rectangle. Okay, can you see that? All right, then I have my white piece, and we're going to do some extra stamping on this. It takes a little bit more time, so this is not quite as fast and easy. So let's bring those two images in to create our flowers. And I do want to, I do want to line these up so that they will be easier to line up when I'm stamping. Let's see here. This one goes that direction. So what about, I might need to fiddle with this a little bit to see what the actual way that it's supposed to go. So since I don't know, we're just going to put it on here and it's going to look fine. Okay, we're not going to be too fussy about it. Using Lemon Lolly and the first part of my stamp, which is like the base or the background of the stamp, I am just going to add those big bold flowers on here. Then I'm going to come in with the second part of that flower stamp and stamp on top. Woo! And now I'm using Daffodil Delight to give me that detail. You can see it doesn't even matter. The petals don't have to line up perfectly. It looks beautiful. So I don't even know if I have the direction of the stamp correct, and it looks great. All right, there's our flowers. Now, just like we did before, we'll stamp just a note in Old Olive right on top of that, like so. All right, so we have this fancier stamped piece instead of the plainer one, the simple one. Let's attach that. All right, the other thing that I did is on the inside of the card. So on the inside, instead of just stamping those little white kind of speckles to decorate that white panel, instead of that, I'm going to add our vellum paper that we talked about at the beginning. So let's get a piece of white so you can see how I did that. All right, this is going to be the inside of the card on our stepped up version. I have 2 pieces of the vellum paper that I have cut, and they're going to go across the top and the bottom of this inside panel. Look at how lovely that is. Okay, but let me show you a technique that I think is pretty clever for getting your vellum paper on here. If you just take your liquid glue, or actually any adhesive, and you apply it to the back of vellum paper and then put it on cardstock, on many colors of cardstock, it will show through. You'll be able to see your adhesive. So we need a way to be able to get this to stick down very well, but not have it show through. So I think this is a clever technique, and let me show it to you. So I'm pulling out my silicone mat, and I also have a sponge. Now, I happened to have this stamping sponge from a long time ago. All you really need is like a little hunk of sponge, a little wedge, or so even if you buy a sponge from Dollar Tree or something like that, you can just cut it into pieces. But this was a sponge that I had, so I went ahead and grabbed it. It was convenient to grab. All right, what I'm going to do is make a little puddle of my liquid glue right here on my silicone sheet. Then I'm going to pick up that glue with my sponge, and on the back side of the vellum, I am going to apply it like so. Then, before it has a chance to dry, you want to go ahead and get it attached to your cardstock. Now, I left my strip a little bit long, which I like to do, because then I only need to line it up at the top, and then I'm going to trim off this edge and this edge. Okay, look at that. And now the adhesive is not showing through at all. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to put a little bit of my liquid glue here, kind of spread it and smooth it, picking it up with my sponge, flip this to the back side, and basically you're just painting it on there. Looks like I need a little bit more. You do have to work a little quickly. All right, and now we're going to stick this onto the cardstock before that glue dries. And I've lined it up with the edge, in this case the bottom edge. My sides are hanging off, which is fine. We're just going to trim those, and I'm just pressing to get that to stick like so. Now I can just take my paper snips and snip off the excess here and here. And come on, little guy. Here and here. And that is a lovely piece that is just a little bit fancier for the inside of the card. All right, then the last thing that I did, and I will show you the finished card right now. The last thing that I did was add a little extra embellishing. So let me pull in that finished one. Here we go. All right, so you can see the die cut piece, the extra stamping that we did here, the vellum paper on the inside, and then I added this adorable little tiny, let's see, tiny bee trinket. These are coming out beginning in January. Look at how cute those are. So I just used a glue dot and attached my little bee. And then I dug through all of the colors of Banker's twine that I have, and I actually had some Pool Party and white twine. And so I took about 15 inches of twine, wrapped it around that one side, the flap, tied it in a bow, and I did secure it with a glue dot right under the knot here so that it won't slide. So that's going to hold it in place. If you don't have some Pool Party twine, which was from a long, long time ago, you could simply use white or linen thread or something else, but I thought that that looked nice. So here is our stepped up version of our Simply Saturday card. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you're very excited about these new products that are coming. If you have any questions or comments, please do leave those for me. I read every comment and I respond to all of them. I have so much fun bringing these tutorials to you, and it's really fun for me to hear back from you. Until next time, happy stamping.